Hello, how are you? This is Superhost, the channel for Airbnb hosts. Today we're going to talk about the new features introduced in the Airbnb calendar, where pricing and availability tools have been added that now make the calendar a super useful tool for managing many aspects of our listing. We see it now. Okay, we log into our Airbnb account. As always, we go to host mode and access the calendar. We choose one of the listings, for example, this one. And here our calendar is displayed. Let's make it bigger so it looks better and we see the different options. Well, first show the views that we have of the calendar. We can show the annual calendar type to see it all at a glance, or the one we are used to, the monthly type. We see it here, monthly type. Well, and on the right we see the implementation of new tools. Let's see the base price. Remember the price that is going to be set on the whole calendar by default. Then, in the same calendar, we can modify prices. As you see here, for example, we change it. This to 70 save. Well, we are going to leave it as it was at 60, but well, you should know that it can be done. But well, we are going to continue seeing the things we can do here in this first phase. So we see the base price, the weekend price. This is the price that, if we modify it, is going to modify the Friday and Saturday nights in our calendar. Okay? Also from the calendar we can set the discounts, weekly discounts and monthly discount, and add other discounts such as early booking and last minute that can be done very easily in the calendar of our ad. Likewise, we can see the promotions, custom promotions, and show previous promotions. The personalized promotions, I don't know if you have already done it once, but well, it's very simple. Let's click here. It tells us to select some dates in the calendar. We are going to take these dates that are here free. We are going to give the following one, and it proposes us to establish a discount of 28%, that would be 48 euros. We must take into account that it will not take the initial price that we have here to make the discount, but an average price calculated by the tool itself of 67 euros in this case, and to make the 28% would be 48 euros. Depending on the discount we choose, some of the advantages will be activated. We can see that if we reduce the discount below 20%, some of the advantages will be deactivated. Okay, we see that at 12, and if we give a discount of 1%, there is only one of the benefits that can be activated. Well, this on the one hand, the issue of promotions and additional charges also from the calendar. Now we can add or play with our additional charges. The stay amount, add short stay amount, you can add pet commission, or add additional guest commission. Okay. What else can we see in the calendar? Availability issues. The availability, minimum duration of nights of the trip we want, maximum duration. I have it set at 3 and 90, and customization of trip duration. For example, if we have a date where we want the guests to stay longer, because, well, I don't know here, for example, Christmas and New Year's Eve, so that there is not a reservation that only takes 2 or 3 days and ruins the rest of the trip, we can establish longer durations. For example, I have it here from December 22 to January 7. The minimum duration is 7 nights. The rest of the year, I have it in 3 nights. Okay? Availability, how much notice can the travelers reserve? How much notice can they reserve? How much notice can they reserve? How much notice can they reserve? How much notice can the travelers reserve? Well, I have it the same day. Travelers could book to stay the same day. Okay? And the notice on the same day. Until what time? Until 22 hours I have it set. The preparation time, that means that if we block one night between one guest and another guest so that there is no cleaning time, or if we can do the cleaning the same day of the departure of one guest so that another guest can come in the same day, I have it set at one night, before and after each reservation. Okay, so that to have that margin to fix the house, prepare the house for the next traveler. This means that if a guest leaves today, another guest can't come in today. He can come in tomorrow. Okay, I think it's clear. The margin of availability. How far in advance do I want to receive a reservation? Okay, this can be modified 12 months in advance, 24 months in advance. Okay, so how far in advance do we have our calendar open to receive reservation? And here we have more availability options. Arrivals not allowed, departures not allowed, to set up arrivals not allowed, days and departures not allowed days. Okay, what else do we have over here? And the calendar synchronization options. If we have our accommodation on another one, on other platforms, it's good to have our calendars synchronized to avoid overbooking. Okay, so that some reservations do not overlap with others. Well, we will also be able to do this from the same Airbnb calendar. Well, with respect to the calendar itself, because these are price and availability options that we have in the calendar, but with the calendar we are going to select a date. Well, here if we select date, we see the selected nights, the price per night. Here we can set the availability or non-availability of those dates. If we set unavailable, those dates will be crossed out in our calendar and will not be accessible to the guests. In other words, they will not be able to book. We can modify the price per night as we saw above. Okay, we modify the nightly price. Let's leave it as it is. And one of the main novelties are these two options we have here. The total price for guests. Now we are going to be able to see broken down how much guests are going to pay for our accommodation based on the number of travelers. Okay, in this case, if they were to stay these 7 nights, then the guest would pay 542 euros. If we add one more traveler, we see that the rate per additional guest 70 is added, and the price obviously goes up. Okay, here we also calculate the service fee that Airbnb charges the guest, which is 14.2% that we always have to take into account, because the guest is not going to pay what we put in the price schedule. They will always pay a little more. So you have to take it into account for a correct pricing strategy. What else? Here we are going to see also, this is super important. Before, Airbnb used to recommend up or down prices, usually down, for us to set in the calendar. Well, now it does this too, but in a much more visual way. We can see the similar ads that are there, both booked and unbooked. Let's take a look at it. Look, booked ads near our accommodation with similar characteristics to our accommodation and in the area of our accommodation. We see that there are a few reserved ads and the price of those reserved ads. Well, look, this ad is booked in the period at 77 euros a night, this one at 58. Okay, and over here there's one at 64. Well, this gives us an idea of how prices are moving in the area. But more important than this, I think, are the non-reserved ads that are really our competition. We see the range of accommodations opening up quite a bit more, and we see the prices of these accommodations that are now competing with ours. Okay? And that's where we need to move our pricing to be competitive. Okay, one other thing, we can add a private note for these dates. But well, I think that's kind of the basics of the calendar. These new features that turn, as I said at the beginning, the calendar into an even more powerful tool than it was before. And that's all. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are interested in the video. Don't forget that I'm an Airbnb Superhost Ambassador, and I'll be happy to help you with whatever you need. Just click on my ambassador link that I will make in the description box of this video, and that's it. See you later. Bye.